Tell me how Australia belongs to the white man when it first belonged to black people, like the Aboriginals and the Torres. Like how in the world? Make it make sense to me. You immigrated, you went there some years back, and now you believe it belongs to you. It is so mind-boggling to me how these Europeans believe that everything they touch, now they have dibs on, that it belongs to them. Everything that they see for the first time is a discovery. Doesn't matter who was living there before them. It doesn't matter if it was occupied before them. It doesn't matter. As long as they're there now, it starts being a country now. It is honestly mind-boggling. It's something that I still, till this day, don't understand how that mind works. How many of you thought things will start getting better as the years go by? At the very least, in 2025. It was being predicted that in 2025 we'll have flying cars and these futuristic countries will pop up and the cities, and some of the things that were predicted are coming to pass, but some of the things that we thought will happen, it's really not happening. It feels like we're going backwards, specifically when it comes to race relations and when it comes to how Africans, black people are being treated in not just the Western world, but Asian countries and now Australia. I'll show you a clip shortly, but I want us to first talk about how things are getting worse. Honestly, I thought the more people are educated, the more you can comprehend, the more we have access to social media and information. Back in the days, if you want to read about something, you have to go to the library. You have to rent out a book. You have to borrow from your friend. Now we have information. We have access here, right, on our hands. But then you look at the society, our world, and you're shocked. You're taken aback. You're like, wait a minute, why are we going backwards? Why is the hate getting bigger and exaggerated? Why do you still believe you are superior, and why do you believe skin color matters? It's mind-boggling. In Australia, apparently, this white supremacist group have gathered in front of an immigration office asking their government to deport all the Africans and telling them that Australia belongs to the white man.
Australia for the white man! Australia for the white man!
Yesterday, there was another congregation of this white supremacist group, and this time it was outside of the Department of Immigration, where they were holding a racist xenophobic banner. It was then followed by racist and white supremacist chants associated with polarizing racist historical figures. The leader of this protest, which is Joel Davis, he was chanting, calling Australia for the white man, which, as you can see in this video, there was no police on site. Again, this is a pure example of public act of hate speech within public areas, which should be an offense. This time, they did it in daylight. And honestly, Victoria Police, what are you guys doing to crack down on these type of behaviors that is not making anyone within this country safe? And they are weaponizing concern to normalize their white supremacist and white nationalist views. A way to target the African community within Australia. Because this is not about protest, it's about a hate campaign that is being normalized, create racial scapegoating, to blame specific communities, when collectively crimes are not only based on race. They claim to care about safety, but their ideologies and actions is rooted in violence, pushing fear and division within our communities. And no one in that group was apprehended and arrested. How can we normalize these behaviors in public spaces within our community?
Tell me how Australia belongs to the white man when it first belonged to black people, like the Aboriginals and the Torres. Like how in the world? Make it make sense to me that you immigrated, you went there some years back, and now you believe it belongs to you. It is so mind-boggling to me how these Europeans believe that everything they touch, now they have dibs on, that it belongs to them. Everything that they see for the first time is a discovery. Doesn't matter who was living there before them. It doesn't matter if it was occupied before them. It doesn't matter. As long as they're there now, it starts being a country now. It is honestly mind-boggling. It's something that I still, till this day, don't understand how that mind works. And I'm sure if we dig deeper, we can find a research on how that came about, why that is. I don't know, fam, because how do you go to a different continent and claim that land and tell the others that they don't belong there? And you just want to be the only one there. It just does not make sense. But then, that's what they do everywhere they go. It needs to be studied, honestly, if it hasn't been done already, what that mentality, where that comes from and why it is the way it is. We need to also study how others don't seem to do it as much as a specific people do it. So yeah, but fam, what are your thoughts about this? Australia for the white man, this specific movement that they have started. If you're living in Australia, please let us know down below what your thoughts are. How is it really? Is it becoming unsafe to live there? Are they showing that aggression? And if so, we would love to hear from you. I am Wongel Zelalem. I'll see you on the next one. Stay blessed and safe. Bye. This is the most delusional thing I've heard in a long time. How in the world are these white human beings claiming that Australia belongs to them and everyone else should go when they settled in Australia? They unalived the indigenous people that lived there. They literally pushed them away and they set up their life there to live in someone else's land. And now they have the audacity to say, go away, this belongs to white people. Either they're trying to act stupid and they don't know better, or they really are that dumb and they don't know their history and they don't know that they don't belong there. Even them, they took someone's land, settled and harassed and unalived and pushed away a whole race of people so they can live there.